That's so funny.
Sandra Dull volunteers for the Trump campaign in western Pennsylvania. She says when pollsters call, Trump voters don't answer.
They're just very quiet about it. It's like the silent majority. They're just not going to talk about it.
Dull says there are enough silent Trump voters to win the election. Many Trump supporters do not trust polls, pollsters, and all kinds of institutions. But there could be another reason why they do not identify themselves. To some, Trump voters have a bad reputation. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton put some of his supporters in what she called a basket of deplorables.
The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
Many people don't want to be put in that basket. So if someone asks who they're voting for, they may keep quiet about it, says Dartmouth College political science professor Joe Buffumi via Skype.
They'll go ahead and vote for that candidate in the privacy of a polling booth, but they won't admit to voting for that candidate to somebody who's calling them for a poll.
Something like that happened in the 1980s. Tom Bradley was the first African American to run for governor of California. He had a big lead in the polls, but lost the election.
Many people argue it was because there were a lot of white Democrats who said that they were going to vote Democratic because they normally would vote for Democratic candidates. But when it came time to go to the polls, they didn't vote for Bradley because he was black. They voted for the white candidate instead.
Bomb the hell out of ISIS!
During the primaries, Trump did better in online polls than in telephone polls, where respondents talked to a live person, says the Pew Research Center's Courtney Kennedy via Skype.
People may have been suppressing their intention to vote for Donald Trump during the primary season of this contest. There really is not strong support to suggest that that's going on in the general election, however.
The gap between live and online polls has narrowed since the primaries, and a recent Pew survey asked people how comfortable they were discussing who they're voting for.
Really, we didn't find any difference in terms of supporters for each candidate saying that they would prefer other people not know about that support.
So experts say it's unlikely the supposedly shy Trump voters will have much impact on the election. But if the race continues to tighten, they say, even a small effect could be significant. Steve Baragona, VOA News, Washington.